In April of last year, I got fired. I really do not want to get another job. I don't want to send resumes, and I don't want to spend 8 hours a day in the office. So, can you feel the battle that you're waging with yourself? Because you say, I know that there are infinite fun ways to earn money, and I want to find that way. But the battle that you've got going on right now is, I haven't found the way, and I'm not willing to do the things that I know will bring me money. That's a battle that you can't win. Oh, you could decide that you're going to feel good doing whatever you can do right now to earn money. That would stop the battle for a minute. But you can't believe that what you need to do, you're not willing to do, and that what you're willing to do, you don't know. You're in an endless loop of not getting what you want. What are you going to do? How are you going to soothe that battle? You said, I want to find a way. I'm mostly ignoring the situation. No, you're not. You're not ignoring it. You're thinking about it. Meditating, that's a good way. If you're meditating, you're maybe quieting your mind. Doing fun stuff, that's a good way. Focusing on what I want and feeling good. It will soon be a year since being unemployed. We love you so much. Are you kidding us? A year? A year of waging a battle within yourself and depriving yourself of what you want? A year of not finding something that feels good to you? You have to acknowledge that if you've been wanting something for a long time, you've got contradictory thoughts going on. Yeah, you do for sure. And we could set you in a lot of psychiatrist chairs and maybe help you make excuses about why what you want isn't coming. A lot of valid conversation going on in that way. Yeah, that's right. That happened to you and it caused you to feel like that. But the next question is, how are you going to get over it? How are you going to stop feeling like you feel, which is depriving you of what you want? What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? How are you going to? How are you going to begin to feel loved? When you live in a world that keeps reflecting back to you, how do you feel? Exactly how you feel. Abraham, you're asking my question. Feels like a catch-22. I cannot get there from there. I feel this way and I get this and I want something else, but I feel this way and I get this. You have to find a way to change the way you feel. And in order to change the way you feel, you have to change the way you focus. And that's what anything and everything that has ever been offered in this format has been about from the beginning of the first utterance in this process. We want you to accept that you came from Source and Source still sees you. We want you to accept that you are an extension of Source and Source still sees you. We want you to accept that it is true for all of you. You came from Source and Source still sees you. And then we want you, for just a little while, to find some ways, you have it almost right, of distracting yourself from the ways you've been looking at things that have been holding you for a year apart from what you want. Instantaneous things will come to you in the moment that there's no more battle within you. You cannot push against. Listen to these words. I do not want to get another job. Does that sound like pushing against something? I do not want to send in resumes. I do not want to spend 8 hours a day in the office. Well, we don't blame you. We understand that those aren't things that you want to do. And we're not proclaiming that you should want to do them. We're just saying that as long as there are things that you are not wanting to do and not going to do, you've got a battle going on within you that is keeping the vortex contents from coming into your experience. So what is calibration anyway? What is the art of allowing? What is calibrating? Calibrating is the way that you find that gets you closer to feeling good under these conditions. I got fired. Let's start with that. I got fired. Now you could blame because they misunderstood you. They didn't treat you good. Or you could get revenge. I didn't like being there anyway. If they hadn't fired me, I would have quit. But none of that feels very good. You got to keep going. I got fired. I got fired. How are you going to make that feel good? Calibrate it. I got fired. This is something that I keep thinking about. And if you're going to keep thinking about it, you got to find a way of thinking about it in a way that you feel good. I got fired because that place was not right for me and because the universe has my back. That's much less of a battle, isn't it? I got fired because we weren't a match. I got fired because I wasn't really committed to being there. I wasn't willing to line up with what they wanted me to do there. I got fired because it wasn't a match and because the universe has my back. I really do not want to get another job. I don't want to get another job. I don't want to get another job. Now, let's talk about that battle. There's work to be had. People do work. They go to work. They exchange their hours and their energy for money. It's a foundation of economics that a lot of people believe in. It works. I give you this and you give me this. Give and take, supply and demand. It works. But I don't want another job. I don't want another job. That's a battle. You're waging a battle. Stop waging the battle. I like the things I like. I don't like to give up my freedom as is often required in a job. I want to find something that I like to do. I like working as a team. Collaborating with mass consciousness on this planet is really what makes the world go round. I'm going to come back to you. I really do not want to get a job. Why do you not want to get a job? Let's get back in the psychiatrist chair. Why don't you want a job? Because I've had jobs and they weren't fun. Or because I had jobs and I wasn't respected. Because I had jobs and I didn't get paid enough. Because I had jobs and I didn't feel free. So you could say that. You could say that and mean it. But that's the battle that you're waging. What you're saying is, I want money. I want money, but I don't want to do anything for the money. I want money, but I don't want to do anything for the money. Stay with us for a minute. I want money. I want money to come to me. I want to attract money. I want to attract money. Then you've got to stop the battle of believing that you have to work in order to get money. You have to stop that battle. You have to find a way of not fighting against yourself. So what if you took a little departure from the way you've been approaching life and you thought, well, Abraham's talking about this stupid vortex and maybe there is a vibrational reality. And so, if there is, what if there is? What if there is a vibrational reality where I have launched so many rockets of desire? And what if the universe really does have my back? And what if that nebulous inner being that Abraham keeps talking about is focused upon the things that I'm asking for? What if all of that really is happening? What if? What could I do to focus on what's in that vortex that would cause me to stop waging the battle? Because saying, I don't want to do the creation box is still waging the battle. I don't want to work. I don't want a job. I don't want resumes. And I don't want to let the laws of the universe work for me. I don't want to let my inner being who advocates for me. I don't even want to do that. I just want to sit around for another year and another year and another year, waging an unnecessary battle as I defend beliefs and concepts that have never worked for me. We're not just responding to you, dear heart. We're appreciating what you wrote so much. We're responding to hundreds of you who are feeling like this, who are not writing in, and hundreds of you who are feeling like this and are writing in. You got to stop that inner battle, or it ends up at the state capitol, or it ends up at your job and you get fired, or it ends up in your body of discontent. In other words, step one is just a brief moment in time where you pick from a buffet. It's not where you go in and tear the place up. It's not where you throw all the food from the buffet all over the floor and say, none of this works. Because that's not true. There was cake that you really liked in that buffet, and things that you really wanted to eat in that buffet. It's not all wrong. A lot of it is right. And a lot of what's right for you isn't right for somebody else, but it's a buffet. It's a buffet that you get to choose from, you see.